Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today I came on camera to tell you that you basically won't become rich unless you understand that failure is a part of the process. Failing a few times to get where it is you want to go is okay, because failing is how you understand something in its complete entirety. So whenever it was I was building my clothing brand and I was failing, I was understanding in how it is I need to do my marketing. I understood when I was failing that I should have built my brand engagement and then started pushing my stuff out. I understand that I spent too much money in the first part before even understanding the market or learning if my product was going to sell or not. Before I jumped into the market. I just blindly jumped into the market trying to make money, thinking I'm just gonna make money by having no strategy. You need to go into this game with a strategy, and at the end of the day, you need to become rich. You will become rich if you have a strategy. You will become rich if you learn to accept failure and to understand that failure is just a part of the process. You need to put your pride down and be like, okay, I'm okay with failing a little bit to get where it is I want to go. Like, as long as you keep moving forward and keep going, when you fail, like say you fail, back up. As long as you get back up and you keep going, you didn't fail. You just understood, you just learned. You took a little bit of time out of your time to just learn what it is you were doing and to just keep going. Then you just kept moving. So at the end of the day, what it was I wanted to come on this camera and tell y'all was that failure is just part of the process. It's something you got to be okay with just happening. Like some of the things and some of the strategies and some of the plays that you're gonna put together is not gonna work, and it's okay, because you will understand from them plays, and when you understand them plays and why it is they didn't work, you get to go ahead and recreate them. And when you recreate them plays and the things that didn't work, you're gonna be able to make them work. It's like, say you fail, say you're failing with content creation and you keep going for a few days or a few months, and you keep going with months, you're gonna learn what it is your viewers like to see. You're gonna learn what it is you know how to do. You're gonna learn what it is you can push out, what kind of content you can push out. You're gonna learn what hashtags work. You're gonna learn what keywords work in your titles. You're gonna learn what it is your viewers want to see from you. So as long as you keep trying and keep failing along the way, you're gonna get where it is you want to go. Failure, you're never gonna meet a person in this life that hasn't failed at least one time. So you're never gonna get rich if you're being scared, if you're scared of failure. You're never gonna get rich if you're scared of trying. You're never gonna get rich if you're scared of just trying to get out your comfort zone and just do what it is you know you need to do. Shoot, it's a lot of people in this world that know that they need to post on social media to get where it is they wanna go, but they don't post on social media because they don't wanna, feel as though that they're an influencer. They don't want people looking at them like, oh, you vlog? Like, they don't want people looking at them like, you do this, you do that, that's how you make your money? Like, come on now. There's a lot of people in this world that want to do digital marketing but don't want to start on their path simply because they feel as though they're going to get looked at a certain way. And at the end of the day, you need to just have tunnel vision. You need to understand that this is your journey, this is your goal, and to stop focusing on what other people think of you. That's the only way you're going to get rich. The only way you're going to get rich is if you have tunnel vision and you keep going on your path. You say fuck everybody else's path and you keep going on your path, because at the end of the day, everybody else is going to have their own path. They so worried about they too worried about your path. They need to focus on their own path. Because if they not going on a straight line on their own path, it's going to curve and it's going to curve and it's going to curve, and they never going to get to where it is they want to go. It's going to take them the longest time. So instead of worrying about everybody else's path, if you want to become rich, worry about your own path. At the end of the day, don't be scared to start. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna tell you that this shit too hard to do, or this shit oversaturated, or this and that. But at the end of the day, making it to the NFL is oversaturated. Making it to the NBA is oversaturated. It's 1 million kids in the world trying to make it to the NBA right now. 1 million people in the world trying to make it to the NFL right now, or to the what's the soccer league called that they be calling it? The UFC right now. Like it's a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't think it's UFC. My fault. But at the end of the day, like I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of people that's trying to do certain things or that's trying to make it, and so it's becoming oversaturated, but it's still a few people that make it. At the end of the day, you have to become one of them 1% that make it. So the only way for you to become one of them 1% is for you to keep going and for you to keep trying. It's for you to keep failing. It's for you to keep learning. Failure is just you learning what it is you did wrong. And when it is you fail and learn what it is you did wrong, you just get back up and you do it the right way. You just put your head down and you study. This life is all about studying, really. It's about studying your market, a clothing brand. Like when you're doing clothing brands, you gotta study your market. When you out here trying to do TikTok and social media and trying to blow up, you gotta study the market. You gotta study what it is people like to see nowadays. You gotta use the trending stuff to help you blow up. You gotta use a whole bunch of different things to get your face out there. And at the end of the day, it's just time based, because you're not gonna blow up overnight. You might have a video that blew up overnight, but you didn't blow up overnight. People seen your face for probably 15 seconds and forgot about you the next day. So at the end of the day, You need to know that it's gotta be consistency. You gotta have consistency if you're trying to become rich. You gotta be consistent in your ideas. You gotta be consistent in just knowing that you gotta keep posting your content in order to blow up. To be consistent in knowing that you gotta get up every day and try and study the market. Or get up every day and you gotta if you're trying to do day trading, you gotta get up every day and you gotta study what it is you need to do, like how to hop in and out of sales. At the end of the day, if you're trying to do anything in this life, you gotta be consistent with it. Because if you're not consistent with it, then you're gonna fall off. And you're not gonna become rich by falling off. You're not gonna become rich by not being consistent. You're not gonna become rich by worrying about somebody else's path. You're not gonna become rich by being scared to start your own path because how it is other people view your path. At the end of the day, the only way to become rich is for you to just keep going and have tunnel vision and focus on what it is you like to do and put your pride aside. Put your pride aside. I like to say that simply because if I have my pride up and I just be like, okay, I don't want to fail, so I'm just not going to do anything. Like at the end of the day, you're going to fail doing something. At the end of the day, not every play is going to work out, but that doesn't mean you don't make the play. It means you keep trying. Say you're trying to play football and you're learning from a kid. Like if you were learning to play any sport as a kid, you probably did some stuff that was wrong. If you messed up one time and you stopped doing it just because you messed up, just because you didn't like how the coach yelled at you, just because you didn't like just because you didn't like feeling that adversity, getting out of your comfort zone, your pride was getting in the way of that. Man, you'll never get somewhere. You're never gonna learn how to become good at something if you don't fail a few times and learn from that. So what it was I came on this camera to say is that you won't become rich if you don't have consistency. You won't become rich if you don't keep trying to go where it is you want to go. Like I was saying, you won't become rich if you don't become comfortable with failing a little bit to understand the failure. You won't become comfortable if you don't understand that failure is only a tool that's used to help you get where it is you want to go. When I fail in doing something, I'll be like, damn, okay, but now let me make my new strategy around this failure and use all the stuff that I learned. Because I spent $1,000 based on just learning everything and investing in myself. I invested $1,000 into myself. How much money have I made? I made no money, but it's okay. Because when you invest money into yourself, then you can't say that it's a waste, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be you able to make a play. So as long as I can make sure I can protect myself and to make sure I can live each day by day by day, I'm going to be able to get somewhere simply because I have the knowledge in my brain, simply because I paid for the knowledge. Now it's just my time to execute. And when it is I execute, I'm going to make an amazing ass play and I'm going to make all my money back. At the end of the day, this is not gambling. And even if it is gambling, I'm gambling on myself. I'd rather gamble on myself than anybody else in this world. So while you gambling on them NFL players, when you gambling on them NBA players, you might as well take a gamble on yourself. Might as well, take a risk on yourself. Because at the end of the day, this life is about you. It's not about them. So make your life about yourself. And the only way for you to become rich is for you to put your pride aside and say, okay, I might have taken an L this time, but it's time for me to bounce back and take a W. All right, D out. Hope you enjoyed this video.
To make the unknown known.
Start trying to have people look into your life. Start trying to have people look into what music you make. Start trying to have people look into what clothing you making. Start trying to have people look into that new designer designer brand that you just had come out. Like, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to us being those people whatever happened to us having dreams, man?